Find yourself a comfortable seated position, rocking back and forth on your sit bones, connecting with your breath and connecting to your body. Maybe putting one hand on underneath the belly button on your belly, and rest the other hand on your knee. This class today will be about taking care of the caregiver. We are often giving much of ourselves and our energy to others. And so, this little bit of time here that we spend, this is you giving time to yourself. So, this is about replenishing and rejuvenating. And so, with every inhalation, thinking about imagining energy coming to you, right? You're filling up your cup. And with every exhalation, we're letting go of everything that's no longer needed. Just releasing stress and anxiety, whatever has already happened earlier in the day, in the week. So inhaling, lifting up, straightening the spine, and exhaling, keeping the chest up high, releasing the shoulders away from the ears, rooting down with every exhalation, inhaling, filling your cup up with energy, good energy, life force, energy, prana. Let's do a few rounds of breath here. Now you can inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose. Ujjayi breath, the slight constriction in the back of the throat. Maybe you can hear the sound of the waves crashing on the beach as you exhale. Inhale into the diaphragm, filling from the diaphragm into the chest, holding at the top for a moment, breathing in all that you need right now to take care of yourself, and exhale, letting go. A few rounds of this breath on your own while I say thank you and my gratitude for you being here today. And think about what you're grateful for. I'm also grateful to the nice weather. Okay, wonderful. So now connecting with our bodies, maybe placing a hand on the heart. Feel your breath in your body and make an intention for this week for yourself. Maybe it's just to give yourself more of these moments of self-care. For me, it's to continue to show up. I find motivation in these moments of just getting myself to the mat or to my practice, whatever that may be, if it's writing or reading or yoga. Very nice. Okay. Releasing the arms. Let's make some small moves with our body. Want to feel the sit bones on the mat. You can make some circles, connecting with the breath and going in the other direction. Very nice. And make whatever authentic movements feel good in your body. Remember, this practice is just for you. So go ahead and modify however you want during this class. If you want to move along a little more quickly than I move along, please feel free to do that. And if you want to rest in child's pose, then do that. Let's interlace the hands behind the back and then opening up the chest, right? So squeezing the shoulder blades, opening up the chest, lifting the chin just slightly, maybe a smile. Think of that thing you're grateful for, maybe another. And then just walking the forehead down to the mat, seeing if you can touch the tip of your hat or your forehead to the mat, rocking back and forth gently, releasing tension in the head and the neck and the shoulders. Very nice. And then interlacing the hands one more time, creating a slight back bend. You could even place the hands on the back of your back. Just look up. Very nice. And relaxing the arms, maybe reaching forward, bringing the forehead to the mat. Very good. Let's start to move our arms a little bit more. Inhale, both arms up. And then exhale down to one side. Maybe placing the right hand down to the floor and then leaning over, causing a nice big side stretch. You can look down at your hand or up at your hand. And if these are your first movements and stretches of the day, please be gentle. You can see I'm not a I'm not trying to hurt myself, right? And neither are you. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale to one side. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale. Nice. One more time on both sides. Inhale, both arms up. And exhale. Keeping both hips, both sit bones on the mat. And then inhale, both arms up. And exhale to the opposite side. Very nice. One more time. Inhaling, both arms up. And then exhale, reach forward, touching your fingers to the tip of your mat in front of you. Trying to keep those hips down, releasing the tension in the neck, and then walking the fingertips to one side. Maybe you can deepen this stretch now because we already did sitting side stretches. Very nice. Walking to either side. Okay. And then sitting up tall, interlacing the fingers, the hands behind the back, squeezing the shoulder blades together, and then opening the chest here. Chin slightly up, sitting up tall, and inhaling in, filling up, rejuvenating. Very nice. Release. Shake out the arms and hands. We'll do a couple twists now. So, as always, inhale up and exhale. Twist to your right. Placing the right hand behind you. Continuing the twist by looking over your right shoulder. And then inhaling both arms up to center. Exhale. Twist to the opposite side. Wonderful. Continue this. Inhaling up and exhaling. Inhaling up and exhaling to the other side. Inhaling up and exhaling. Very good. Now moving, getting the legs all the way stretched out, coming into staff pose. Maybe shake it out and point your toes and flex. Make some circles with your ankles. Are they cracking like mine? Very nice. I'm pausing here, feeling the sit bones on the mat, lifting it tall in the spine, pulling down, right? Earthing onto the mat, and then inhaling, sitting up tall, finding a nice line of breath through the center of your body, releasing the shoulders away from the ears, maybe rocking the head back and forth, just to remind your neck to relax. Very nice. Flexing the feet, inhaling both arms up and exhale, forward fold, just wherever your fingers reach. This first stretch is gentle. Very nice. And then walking the hands up, sitting up tall, inhaling in, maybe looking up to the sky, the ceiling briefly, and then exhale, forward fold. Maybe go a little further than you did before. And one more time. Inhale up and exhale, forward fold. Reach for those toes. Maybe you can pull your body a little closer to your thighs, tops of your thighs, your knees. Maybe you could even kiss your knees. I don't know if I can today. That's okay. Very nice. Release. Let's take the right foot to the left leg. So placing the left leg to the outside of your mat and bringing the right, yes, the right foot into that inner thigh. So look over that outstretched leg. Inhale, both arms up, and exhale, forward fold. Very nice. Walking the hands up. Inhale, both arms up, and exhale, twist to the right. So left hand on right knee. Very good. Coming into the center and doing the same thing on the other side. Walking the hands up, inhaling, and then taking that twist. Very good. And release. A windshield wiper our knees. So coming down onto our elbows and then rocking back and forth. So feet are hips width apart and then just rocking the knees gently from one side to the other. Very good. Let's stay low for now. So with feet hips width apart, we'll just, and putting our hands out stretched, we're gonna roll down our spine. So bringing the lower back down to the mat, one vertebrae at a time. And then right when the shoulder blades touch, coming back up. Very nice. So continue to do this. All right, moving slowly and then not quite coming all the way down. Or right when those shoulder blades are about to touch or they do touch, lifting yourself back up. And then bringing the belly between the legs so that your pelvic bone sits up tall. Both sit bones are on the mat evenly, lengthening the spine, keeping the spine long. And we're going to sync our breath to our movement. Inhaling on the up and exhaling on the down. And if you need to support your neck or the back of your head, you can place one hand back there. Maybe both hands. See, I feel like when I do that, that really looks like a sit-up and it becomes more difficult. There we go. Sitting up tall, lengthening the legs out, shaking, inhaling both arms up, and exhale, forward fold. Finding your toes. Very nice. Release. Let's come into our tabletop. So finding the flat back tabletop. Knees are hips width apart, hands shoulder width apart. Nice flat back. And then we'll take our cat and cow, cat, and then dropping the belly, lifting the chin, coming into our cow, and syncing your breath again with your movements. Finding some nice motion in your spine. And taking any authentic movement you like while we do this, whatever that may look like. Maybe you close your eyes gently and just see what feels good in your body. Taking small movements to see what you need in this moment. Pushing back in the child's pose. And then walking the hands towards the tip of your mat, maybe coming into a sphinx pose, low cobra. Very nice. And moving back and forth in this manner, coming into a child's pose or a puppy pose. You can keep the hips up and the elbows down for puppy, or push all the way back into your child's pose. And then just walking towards the tip of your mat. Again, these are whatever movements feel good for you and your body at this moment. And come all the way down to your chin, your cheek. Wag your backside, loosening that lower back. And then pointing the toes behind you, lifting up, maybe interlacing the hands behind your back. Just lift up the chest. Look out in front of you, just slightly in front of your mat. Very nice. And release, dropping the head to one side, shaking your backside. And then finding center, so chin on your mat, interlacing the hands behind your back, lifting up. Remember to breathe. Very nice, and relax. Letting go. And one more time. Interlacing the hands behind the back, and lifting up. Very good. Coming back down, maybe resting the opposite cheek on the mat. Let's place the hands underneath the shoulders and then push up for the low cobra. And maybe move the hands behind a little bit more and push up into upward facing dog. You can look over your left and your right shoulder. Very good. And then pushing all the way back, very gently now. We're coming into child's pose. Nice rounded back. Relaxing the shoulders and the neck. Inhaling into the lower back. Maybe placing your fingertips together. Your thumb and your index fingers. Very good. Pushing up to sit. Let's come on to our feet. Very nice. Rounding all the way up. Let's take a few twists. Standing twists. I was just going to say something and I've forgotten. Go ahead and shake the legs out. What's I going to do? Stand at the top or the back of your mat, placing the hands at heart center. Thinking again, bringing to mind what you're grateful for. And inhale both arms up, reaching tall to the sky, reaching those fingertips out, maybe coming up on the tippy toes. That's okay to move around. Seeing if you could, how far you can reach, if you could touch your ceiling, pull down the stars, and then release, coming onto the soles of your feet, bringing the hands all the way down to touch your toes, holding opposite elbows, rocking back and forth gently. Very nice. Release. And then ragdoll all the way up. So very slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae. Rounding the shoulders at the top, bringing them back down, away from the ears, inhaling the arms up. And reach up on those tippy toes. Just dance around in your space wherever you are. And then coming back down to the soles of your feet, bringing the hands together through prayer pose all the way down. Touch your toes. Rock back and forth. You can see if you can step on your hands. See if you can bring the soles of your feet to the palms of your hands. And if you can't, that's okay. Just see if you can touch your toes, or maybe just place the hands on your shins. Very nice. And release and come up all the way up. Standing up tall again. Shoulders away from the ears. Let's widen our stance and take a few head rolls. Okay, so keep a little bend in the knee. We don't want to get lightheaded. We don't want to fall over. And going in the opposite direction. Very nice. So standing at the back of the mat again, inhaling both arms up. Exhale, release. Come all the way down to touch your toes. Touch the mat if you can. And then placing the hands on the shins, not your knees, but your legs. Inhale, halfway look up. So nice flat back. And then exhale, forward fold. I'm going to walk the hands out so we come into a plank. And we'll just hold this plank for a moment. Keeping your hips up, not too high, not too low. And then we're going to move to one side. So this is, oh no, intermediate version. Keeping both feet on the mat. But if you want to modify and keep a knee down, one knee down to the mat, or intensify it by lifting that top leg up, do whatever suits you. And then coming back through center, and then doing the same thing on the other side. Very nice. Pushing back in the child's pose. Very good. Let's take our feet, some nice stretches, bring those toes underneath, and then sitting back on the heels. Taking your prayer pose hands, placing them between the knees. connecting with your breath. Bringing energy to those places that hold tension. And if you need to release, release at any time. Slowly, slowly, slowly. And lift one knee at a time. Very good. Let's stand up again. Come to a standing position, however you like. Coming up slowly, remember, keep a little bend in the knees. You don't want to be lightheaded and get dizzy. Taking some twists. Very good. Coming to the back of the mat again. We're going to stand on our tippy toes one more time. So inhale, both arms up. Reach up to the sky and then come up on those tippy toes. Keep reaching. Really push yourself. So if you have to dance around your room, that's perfect. Right? And then when you're ready, come down, bringing the soles of the feet to the mat. Bringing your hands together, coming through prayer pose, and then reaching for those toes. Very nice. Again, rocking back and forth gently. And then coming to center, placing the hands on the shins underneath the knees. Inhale, look halfway up. And then exhale, bringing the hands all the way down to the mat again and walking across, coming into that plank. Holding here, remembering to breathe. Creating heat in the body, strength, determination. And if you need to modify, please modify. Whenever you're ready, come into our side plank again. And keep the hips up. We don't want the hip to be too close to the mat. Trying to stay in alignment. Bringing the knees to the mat. And we'll meet in child's pose. And if you want to, you can run through a chaturanga. Or you can rest with your forehead on your hands. Very nice. Sitting up tall. Let's bring the legs out in front and just bring the soles of the feet together. So if you're home, if you're in your bedroom, your family room, and you have some pillows you could put underneath your knees for support, please do that. My legs, come all the way out, but if you have a block or a pillow to rest on, this could be a very sweet opening for our hips. Just want to find a comfortable position in this somewhat uncomfortable position. Then try to sit up tall. focusing on your breath. We'll hold here for a few minutes. So you could play with this position too. You can bring the heels of the feet closer to your body. See how that feels? And you can also bring it further away, making more of a diamond shape. See how that feels. Whatever you do, be gentle with yourself. And then, whatever you choose, find some stillness. Now, one more layer to this. And this is really great if you do have a bolster or a pillow that you can put behind you so that it runs the length of your spine. Uh, so you can lean over your pillow or your bolster, bending your knees, having the soles of your feet together, coming into this Supta Baddha Konasana posture. Or if you don't have props like I don't at the moment, I can still do this. Not quite as comfortable, not quite as comfortable, but I feel I feel it working. So either you can choose to have your arms out to either side, palms facing up, or you can place one hand below your belly button and the other on your heart. Connecting with your breath, feeling how the breath moves through your body. If having the soles of your feet are just a little too much here, if you don't have pillows to rest your knees on, you can go ahead and stretch out, lengthen those legs. We're not in Shavasana yet. We're not, or at least not in our final Shavasana. Just want to bring back that sense of appreciation for yourself, for the time you spend taking care of others. Inhale to rejuvenate with life force energy. And exhale, releasing, letting go of everything that doesn't serve you. Very nice. And bring the bending the knees, bringing the feet towards the bum. See if you can touch your heels with your hands now. Nice straight spine. So if the pillow's underneath you, please get rid of the pillow. We're just gonna come all the way back, but with our knees bent. So if you had the pillow, no more pillow. I'm gonna come into bridge. So placing the palms of your hands on the mat, touch the backs of your heels, and then inhaling up, pushing up the hips, and then squeezing those shoulder blades together, interlacing the hands even, and then raising the hips high, remembering to breathe, keeping the head facing upward. You can close your eyes if you like. The chin is close to your chest here. And then just keep thinking, pushing those, lifting the hips up, lifting the pelvic bone up. Maybe there's some fire in your glutes or your quads. Very nice. And release. Let's release fully by bringing the legs to the chest and hugging yourself, rocking back and forth gently. Take some circles with the knees. Nice massage on the lower back. Very good. Let's do that again. Setting up for the position, keeping your alignment. When you're ready, inhale, push up. And exhale, release. Very nice. One more time. Hug those legs to chest. Rock back and forth. Let's find our happy baby. So opening the legs, keeping the knees bent, bringing the hands between your legs, and then bringing them to the outside of your feet. Hold onto your feet and rock back and forth. Give your feet a massage. Maybe bring a slight smile to your face. And you can play in this position. Let's lengthen one leg and the other. Hugging the right knee to your chest and lengthening that left leg. Bringing the left leg up. Coming into a stretch. Maybe make some big circles with that outstretched leg. Support yourself wherever you need to. You need to bring one hand out to the side. Try to stay in your alignment, right? With spine nice flat on the mat. Both hips staying, touching the mat evenly. Back of the head on the floor, the ground as well. And you can go in the opposite direction. And then switch legs, bringing that left leg near you and lengthening the right. Again, right? Finding the support that you need. And seeing what feels good in your body. What sort of stretches do you need in this moment? Right, we're just lengthening. That's all we're doing. We're just lengthening. Go in the opposite direction. Bringing both knees to chest. We'll come into our twist. So again, everything's in alignment. Bringing the arms out to T. And then taking both knees, want to go, both knees down to the left. And just leave the head up, up at the ceiling, up at your sky. Remember to breathe. Coming through center, dropping the knees to the other side. Coming into our supine twist. And then bringing the knees to center one last time. Giving yourself a hug. And then coming all the way down for Shavasana. Take up some space, right? Open up the heart space. Let your hands relax, palms to the sky. Toes fall out to either side of your body, on the outside of your mat. Taking these last moments for yourself. To inhale deeply. You are perfect how you are. You're perfect where you are. You're perfect for what you've done. It's enough. So now, while we're lengthening our bodies on the ground, bring the hands overhead. Inhale deeply, lengthen, reaching for one wall with the fingertips and for the opposite wall with your tippy toes. Very nice. Giving your knees a hug and then coming up slowly, gently, maybe with the eyes still closed Or you can begin to let some of the sunlight in. You can find your lotus pose, your half lotus pose, your easy pose. Finding that comfortable seated position. Bringing one hand to the heart and one hand to the belly one more time. Thanking yourself for being here today. You are enough. Good job. Bring our hands to heart center, and we'll end our class with the sound of one Om. Inhale for Om. Hands to the third eye. May you always see beauty, may you always hear truth, and may you always know love. Namaste. Taking your head to the mat in a bow. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you next week. Bye.